So I'll talk a little bit about the lavas, then I'll talk about the ash, and then I'll talk about the damage in more detail, and then about a few, hopefully, good lessons we can take from it, and a few, hopefully, positive aspects that might eventually come out of this. So the lavas, well, they came down in rivers of lava coming down the hill, and they traveled at quite some speed. And here you can see that this was filling up the low areas, the depressions, wherever the lava was flowing, it was filling up the area. And it didn't really stop in front of any houses or churches or any of this. So there was attempts to save certain buildings like a little church in Dotoke, but it failed, unfortunately, and the church was taken down despite the best efforts of the local population to dig ditches and try to divert the lava. So here's a few more impressions, and here you see the lava coming down as a wall and filling up driveways and properties. This is the cemetery in Las Manchas, and the lava was cascading over it. And here, we can get some information from the measurements that scientists have taken. The temperature was pretty high. It was 1140 degrees. That was the maximum temperature. And there was a total emitted lava volume of 188 million cubic meters. So this is pretty strong for a small island like La Palma. And as I said, it covered about 1,200 hectares. The maximum accumulation of lava was 70 meters in some of the valleys. So it's pretty thick, and it will still be hot down there at 60, 70 meters of depth right now. And the velocity of the lava was pretty high at 30 kilometers per hour. So this is about the speed of a moped. You would have found it difficult to run away from it if you were in the path of the lava. So the maximum magnitude of earthquakes was up to 4, and this is strong enough to make your bed shake at night or have some glasses removed from the shelves. So here is one of the early images from the lava. This was one of the early days when Juan Carlos and myself were able to go close. And here is a little video, and hopefully I can make this work. And at that kind of proximity, you can actually feel the heat. So there's a wall of heat coming towards you, and you can see that it's really more than 10 meters high, and yeah, glowing fragments of lava are falling down. So you can't get too close, obviously, because there may be balls of lava rolling towards you if you happen to be too close.
Wasn't he scared to go and take a video?
We were all scared, but it's part of the job. So that's me, actually.
Oh.
And Harry, my former PhD student, he recorded it. So, and yeah, here's a few images of the lava field. This was in October 2021, and this is taken from a high point, La Laguna Hill, and you see the volcano out here and the lava spreading out into various areas. But it was flowing around La Laguna Hill, and this is the same spot just in December 21, and I'll just go back and forwards a little, and you see how the lava spread out, filling the entire area. And these banana plantations here, well, they didn't make it, and these houses and banana plantations here, well, most of them didn't make it either. So if you kind of look then from the coast towards the island's interior, this is actually not the volcano, this is an older cone around which the lava was flowing, but then it looks like this, so I was able to go on top of it. This was in January, this was about 4 weeks after the eruption stopped, so in the southern edge of it, in the western edge of it, you were able to go onto the lava, and it's very blocky there, and it's a huge lava field. So we use a lot of information these days, including satellite information, and the Copernicus satellite system, the European satellite system. It allows us to map the distribution of lavas. And here's a timeline. I don't want to go into details, but it started 20th of September, the red area, and then it was progressing towards this pink area at the very end. So the lava field was growing, and eventually it had developed different tongues or lobes, and they were reaching the sea in several places, one here and eventually also one here. So here is the early lava from 20th September, just a day after the eruption started, and the area in beige color is the final extent of the lava field. So here's a panoramic map, and here we have some of the older eruptions, the 1949 one, 1585 one, and the 1712 one, and this is the 2021 eruption. And it's in style actually very similar to the old eruptions, but it was actually affecting a slightly less steep area, so the lava spread out a little more, and this area was densely populated, as I said before. This was very unfortunate, but geologically it was not very different to previous eruptions. So here's just another kind of image with a bit more information, and you see these areas here are more steep, so the lava was running down in more narrow channels, while here it's spread out. Very unfortunate indeed. So, and here just a few more impressions. The lower map here is what I'd like to draw your attention to. This is a thickness map, and here you can see the lava thickness, and the yellow areas are maximum thickness, more than 50 meters thick, and here in the center of the lava field we have extreme thicknesses up to 70 meters, and again here at the shore as well. The outer margins of the lava field, there the lava is a lot thinner, and already work has begun to dig back into the lava field to create new roads, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. Now, we also had the opportunity to sample the lava, and Juan Carlos and myself, we were approached by the BBC, and they sent a camera team, and so we actually had to deal with the fire brigade, the BBC, and the lava. It was quite stressful actually, and eventually we got rid of all of these people, and we did it ourselves, and this is some impressions. So here's Juan Carlos, here's myself, and we just took a stick and we did it ourselves. It was a lot easier, and there's Harry Geiger, my former PhD student, quenching some of the lava. So, of course, you're not supposed to approach this, but we did, and it worked quite well. Nobody got injured. And here is a little impression. Again, I have a clip here. So this was some of the samples we retrieved, and we had to cool them down. They were too hot to touch. And you may just about be able to see, this says 500 degrees. Well, this laser thermometer, it actually stops at 500 degrees. It was a lot hotter than that. But the information was, don't touch it before you quench it. So I'd like to talk a little bit about the lava deltas, these eruptions. Oops. This happened during the test run, and I was told I should go and escape and try once more. So we're back, very good. So the lava deltas, this is how new land is created, and this is how the islands grow laterally. And here we have an image from during the eruption. The lava deltas grew yet further, and here we have the information that the lava reached the sea first time September 28th, and it was actually cutting off several areas, unfortunately, and I'll mention that a little bit later on. And it's produced about 50 hectare of new kind of area, And what's going to happen with that, we don't know yet. It's owned by the Spanish government. Some people want to put fields on it, other people want to put hotels on it, other people want to make a volcano park. Well, we will see. So, and this is just this panoramic view again, just very briefly. We had one lobe here and one lobe here spreading out, and unfortunately it created this island of undisturbed area in between. And you couldn't go there from there, you couldn't go there from here. So actually the Spanish Navy is taking people there now because you can't walk over the lava, it's still too warm. And this is also a very unfortunate situation of this particular eruption. So let's see if I can make this work. Yes, so this is progress of the lava with time, at least from the early part of the eruption, and it was hitting this hill and then was flowing around this pre-existing volcanic cone to eventually make this little lava delta. So this is how the lava delta looked like during the eruption, and I should point out that this is intriguing because you see red hot lava coming down here, you see it here, but you lose it in between. And that means that there's lava tunnels in the lava field. And once they have cooled and drained out, I'm sure they will be spectacular to walk through, but not in the next few months.